Hey guys, welcome to your state-based class. So this is a class where we're going to teach you how to launch state-based ads. So Chris obviously already briefed you in state-based ads. You can literally grab one of your winning ads based on them being profitable and launch them as state-based. This is an advanced strategy. In some accounts, I even do this straight away. For beginners, I obviously don't recommend doing this straight away because you need to have much more testing budget. As you can imagine, if you have, for example, 10 recommended states for an offer and you want to do state-based, just to test one creative, you're going to have one creative per state. So you're going to have to test 10 different creatives. So this is why typically I don't recommend for beginners. But now we're in an advanced module, and I think it's a very, very interesting strategy that also does really, really well at scale, especially the more you get winners, the more you get profitable ads. So what does the strategy consist in? It's very simple. You grab your winning images. So let's say the winning image is image 28, and you make it state-based. So what do I mean by that? For example, you have car insurance costs for locals near you in 2025. I literally just told ChatGPT, change the headline to say for Michigan residents in 2025, don't change anything else, and make the headline fit on top of the page. And that's what it did. And it's not 100% clean. You could definitely use Canva or any other tool if you want to make it absolutely perfect. But typically, guys, you really don't need to make it absolutely perfect. Sometimes things that even look a little bit weird, even converts, they do even better than the things that look super polished, super professional. So I can even use this one as is, but then I even did another variation to have it all fit a little bit more cleanly as well in the headline. So obviously you can experiment with ChatGPT if you want, but this would be completely good enough. I just took a winner. So I just took this winner here and I made it state-based for, in this case, Michigan. So just to have Michigan here. So this is literally what you can do, and you can use any other tool to do that. Then what you would do, once again, in your ad set level, you would click on duplicate. You can also hover your mouse around your ad set, and you can have this little duplicate toggle here. So you duplicate the one that is winning right now. Click on duplicate. So it is, to a certain degree, a form of evolution scaling and also horizontal scaling because you're going to be duplicating a winner. So we wait a few seconds, duplicate, and now I would have image 28 and I'll say Michigan state-based. And in this case, only two things you need to change. Now, obviously, you need to change the ad. So I would obviously go there and change the ad that you just created, but you also need to change one thing we haven't covered yet. So not only are you going to change the ad at the ad level, but also at the ad set level, you will need to change the state. So as you can see here, it was Texas because I was already doing state-based. But if you were doing, for example, all recommended geos, which most of you will do in the beginning, you need to exclude every single one of these geos. So just here, for example, let's say you had Alabama and I don't know, Ohio, etc., etc., etc. You had a bunch of other states. You need to click on these little axes here, unselect, so remove every single one of these other states. And once you're down to one, you can just select the states you want to do this strategy with. So for example, I'll just have Michigan here because my ad in this specific example is just Michigan, and you'll be ready to go. You do this, then you go to the ad level, you switch the ad as I taught you in the launch your ad step-by-step class, and you can click on publish and you should be good to go. Having said that, a lot of people also ask me, Antonio, how do you select the specific states and how many states you test at once? Typically, I like that rule that we gave you in the beginning, 3 states per winning ad. So for example, if I have one winning ad, let's say image 28 is the winning ad, I'm going to switch the winning ad, obviously, with the Michigan state base. Then I'm going to duplicate it again. So I'm going to click here on duplicate it again. Now I'm going to test one that's, let's say, Texas state base. So I'm going to go to the ad level, change it to Texas state base, and at the ad set level, obviously, I'm also changing it to Texas state based. So every time I need to go to the ad level, replace the ad that's for Michigan or just a general ad to just Texas, say in the headline, Texas residents, and then I go to the ad set level and I change the states to be just Texas. And it's very, after that, you're also going to be changing, obviously, the ad here. So you also want to be changing the ad to your state base. For example, in this case, it's Michigan state base. I'm going to come here. I just remove the initial image. I'm going to click on add image, and I'm going to select the image that we just created. I'm going to click on next, media, upload, bam. So you're going to upload the image that you have. right? Then you're going to select the image, which is the new one. It's just for Michigan. As you can see here, Michigan. You make sure it's not a 9 to 16, doesn't have weird formats. You just see the whole image once again. That's pretty usual. And then in the text, let's say this was your original text, right? So let's say it was this original text. You just had one primary text and one headline. I also recommend maybe making the primary text just for that state. So for example, instead of just saying tired of paying for car insurance, you can simply say Michigan residents are tired of paying for auto insurance, or Michigan residents tired of paying for auto insurance. So I literally just putting the Michigan here as well. So I make the primary text state based. I make obviously the ad, the visual state based, and I also make the obviously state based. So I also change the states, and it's also important that in the naming convention you're also going to switch it. So I'm also going to do Michigan state based, right? And I'm also going to do this in the Texas one. Texas state based, and then I'm going to create obviously a new one for Texas. I'm going to change the primary text. So I'm going to change the primary text here, Texas residents, and I would also change the image that I already show you how to do. Okay, so that's what you do. You need to change three things to do state based. You need to change the primary text. You need to change obviously the image itself, and you need to change the state here, and make sure obviously the naming in your naming conventions, you have it all noted down as well, just saying what's the states and the original image as well, and then you can just click on publish and it's going to be published. That's how you launch state-based. I recommend launching 3 states at a time. Just remember to always be changing the states. So I'm going to click on add it here. Even after I launch, you can do that as well, but just remember to change the name of your ad set, change the states of your ad set. So if you need, remove all the other states and just have the one state that you're testing. And same thing, remember to change the name of your ad and obviously change both the image of your ad. So you can just remove and then remove and then add the right image, and also change the text of your ad to make sure you're making a text be state based as well every single time you're doing this strategy. Sounds good? Hopefully it was clear enough. See you in the next few classes.